Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. I'm trying to be quiet because, of course, people are tired and asleep, but I'm a crazy woman. So I just keep on going. Energizer Bunny. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of drowning because I'm teaching summer school. Tomorrow is a holiday. I don't know if you're celebrating Juneteenth or not. But yeah, it is really important that we celebrate that day. I mean, it's so sad for the slaves to have been free for a couple of years before the memo got to certain people. Could you freak out if you're like, oh, by the way, you've been free for a couple of years now and no one told you? I get it. There was no internet, right? But come on, that was abusive. So, yay to Juneteenth, right? It needs to be acknowledged. But I know not, even though it's certainly a public holiday, federal holiday for banks and schools, I know many groups will not be honoring that, because of course they can still make money. And we just had Father's Day. Happy Father's Day if you're a father. Mine's in heaven, but I certainly honored him. Okay, so I'm still working on the kitchen. My family is still here, yay, because they have been amazing people. Oh my goodness. I will get a way to show you what went down, but honestly, my kitchen was so dated. And to literally just look at that kitchen and have to rip out all the cupboards, rip off all the tile, paint, prime, put in new flooring. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to think. I think we're still under $9,000 for a brand new kitchen, start to finish. And we are close. We're really close. But we were thinking of maybe putting stencils on the tiles. And I got these 15 by 14 inch tiles. And they're kind of like a taupe color, if you will. But I decided I would rather put stencils on them if I could. So I found a bunch of stencils at the dollar store, and I'm kind of considering them. And then, like, in between, I thought it'd be cool to just have a few statements, around. And then occasional butterflies. But I didn't want, like, super colorful butterflies. There is a pop of this really neat, it's not just standard orange, but it's a very cool orange. And I didn't want like additional colors all over. Kind of flips my husband out. But I wanted something subtle, and I love butterflies. So help me out. I've got a few of these that I found. This one says, I will love you to infinity and beyond. And it's the infinity symbol with love. I know it's backwards to you. I don't think that one's appropriate for the kitchen. This one's kind of cool. It says, life is a journey. But mostly I kind of like these different feathers on here, which I could certainly work with. This one's very cool. Hope is an anchor for the soul. I really like that message. Again, I don't know if it's for the kitchen. I think this one is really, really good. Are you kidding me? Blessed are the pure of heart. Like, that is really, really good. And I think these butterflies are perfect. They're just gold, right? They're just subtle. And they'll just pick up the light on those tan tiles. And I think they'll just bring out that orange that I spoke of. So I'm stoked about these. And then this one is just very cool. It just says bloom from within. I love the idea of that, bloom from within. Again, these won't all go in the kitchen, but I would like to work them kind of around the house. And my sister-in-law Lori is all in, which I love. This one is just funny. Oh, no, this was cute. Wash, fold, and repeat. That one actually is for her. Mine's super funny. Mine said, let me find it, because we saw it and I just had to laugh. Oh, yeah. Laundry room Drop your drawers here. That is cute. Come on, that is super cute. I thought this one was beautiful. Just family. So pretty. And of course, I love this. Let go and let God. Come on. Again, these aren't all for the kitchen. I wanted a variety. They're from the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's up to $1.25. Don't panic, right? So I just got a bunch because I knew I could use them for other things. This one, of course, this is brilliant. Faith Can Move Mountains. Such a good one. This one was neat. Be patient, be gentle, be humble, be loving. Again, any of these could be cut, right? And they could be like smaller messages. Faith, it does not make things easy. It makes things possible. Come on, you gotta love that. And then again, just these butterflies, which they're beautiful and they make me happy. And I think they're a little more formal than some of the ones I saw. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, I got a bunch of them. Believe me, people, when you see the original kitchen, it was like so 1980s. I mean, certainly if you've seen any of my food videos, you've seen the white tile, which is impossible to work with. So it's nice to have this beautiful new countertop. And I mean, we're doing it all, okay? Like, I'm down to the 48-hour mark because they have to leave Wednesday morning. You know, they're going to take off Wednesday morning and drive back to Oklahoma. And so we are down to the count. But it was everything from wanting to make sure that we lined all the shelves and all of the drawers were not there yet, to literally putting everything back. We're nowhere near, as you can see. All the boxes are still in here. We're still working on putting in the grout. We got like a really rich chocolate grout, which just made everything pop. I mean, I totally love it. The floor turned out beautiful. The other thing is, like, I have those panels that go up over the light in the ceiling, and my husband bought new lights to make it brighter, which is great. But he was like, oh, just get like they're not clear, but you know, in a shower where it's just, I don't even know what the word is I'm looking for, but shaded enough or clouded enough to not see the body, right? Those are the only ones we saw. And it just looked to me like a machine shop. I mean, it took away all of the romance of this kitchen. And the ones that are in there right now are not terrible. You know, they're not going to complement the kitchen as much as I would like, but they're not terrible. And I'm like, for right now, until we find the right ones, we just need to take those down and wash them. Honestly, I am not doing industrial. The other thing was, I really wanted to put something in the kitchen to mark the occasion, to literally say, you know, new kitchen 2022, and like have us sign it. And again, this was just from the Dollar Tree, but I loved it. It said, this kitchen is seasoned with love, right? And even if we like cut the shakers off and just cut around it, I thought we could put something like, you know, God's blessing and sign this. And I could even, you know, of course, properly cut it and even frame it, and maybe just put it right above the kitchen. But anyway, we're having a great time. I just wanted to check in with my JVE community because I know some of you are like, Jules, where'd you go? I had a lot of things. Still dealing with my Invisalign. I am on tray number 6 out of 21. And that's after already doing, how many did I start with? I think I started with 60. I mean, like, this has turned into a big deal, but hey, if you look at that first video where I'm saying, welcome to JulesBlessedVegan, those are not these teeth, right? So it's worth it. I'm coming a long way. I have been struggling with my food a little, but I've been getting in all of my steps. I mean, no matter what, 10,000, a lot of the time 13,000, 14,000. So I knew the food would get a little tricky at this time. I'm finally going to have access to my kitchen. What I'm praying is we do amazing work tomorrow. And my husband and my brother-in-law, Ed, have been working so hard, like well above the kitchen. Like, oh my gosh, we had, because Lori and I are doing the kitchen, and again, I'm teaching only between, but we really got a lot done this weekend. And so we had just sort of an unused air conditioner in one, not even window, it was in the wall. And then we had a, what are those ones called that you put the water in? Okay, I almost saw it. I know you guys are saying what it is. Where you put water in it, and swamp cooler. Thank you so much. And then we had a swamp cooler in another part of the wall, and above the swamp cooler was glass, but surprise, surprise, there was no bottom portion of the glass. So when they took out the swamp cooler and took out the air conditioner, they had to patch the wall, and I need to buy another window. That's curious. Why do I need 2 windows? They told me to get 2 23 by 46, but they patched a wall. Why would they need a second piece of glass? I don't know, it might be a just in case situation, but anyway, so they fully did that, which was unexpected and amazing. Of course, we're spending a ton of money because, like, Dale's getting a lot of tools that he needs. And I'm like, dude, I'm all in for you getting tools for this, but you better plan to use them more than once, right? So anyway, the other thing was they moved the jacuzzi, which we haven't even been using since we got here. Never. And Dale needs it so bad. He's always in pain. Being in a jacuzzi would be such a gift for him. So they moved the jacuzzi. They rewired the whole thing to like 220 amps or whatever. Amazing. And, oh, the threshold has been broken like forever. Every time you have to come in with something, it gets knocked off or whatever. Because it had to be drilled in cement. Totally did it. So yeah, they've gotten done a ton of stuff that I hoped for, but never expected. So it's been amazing. And I think of you guys all the time, but I'm just excited to be doing all of this. We really will have a kitchen from start to finish within about 12 days altogether. That's impressive. And for under $10,000. What? I know. So fantastic. Okay, here's the sad news. I poisoned my pig, Luna, again. If you guys have followed me, you might know that accidentally a couple years ago, I fed her these little apples, and I left the seeds in because the apples were little and the seeds were little. But kind of like a snake, and how the babies are far more venomous than the adult. Those little tiny seeds had a bunch of arsenic in them, and it poisoned her. I had to get a vet. We had to hog tie her, no pun intended, and give her enemas. I mean, it was horrific. So I gave her a bunch of watermelon rind, and it seemed great, but it absolutely hurt her tummy, and she refused to eat yesterday. She had a little bit of her pig pellets today, but when I went for dinner, she was like, no. And, you know, luckily she is getting up and walking around, so I know that she's technically okay, but it's touch and go right now. I feel so bad. I'm just asking God to please break down that watermelon and to help Luna. She's so beautiful, and we haven't even had her 5 years, and I've poisoned her twice. That takes talent, right? All right, my friends. I just wanted to say hey, give you an update on the kitchen and my life, and ask for prayers for Luna, for real. All right, like if you like, donate if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you. And until we talk again, best of all, I'll be keeping you posted on that finished kitchen. And until we talk again, know that you're blessed.